We're the
Capperts.
Capperts.
We took Mason in for his 18-month well check. He had some weird symptoms, swollen lymph node above his shoulder or above his clavicle here, and then his pediatrician found more spots. She recommended that we do some blood work. She called us within about an hour, and she said she thinks that Mason might have leukemia. She said, pack your bags, you're gonna go straight to the 11th floor at Stead. We just kept thinking, like, there's no way that he has leukemia, and he was always a crazy 18-month-old boy. Even on our way up there, we were Googling what is leukemia, because we didn't really know. They drew another lab, and sure enough, hemoglobin was low, platelets were low, and white blood cells were really high. Immediately did a blood transfusion and platelet transfusion, and then started treatment, which is a 2.5-year plan.
The goal of induction is at the end of that first round of treatment is for Mason to achieve remission. And so after the first month, Mason was able to achieve remission, get all the cancer cells out of his body. But even though after a month we were there, we still had a very, very long way to go. Tremendous roller coaster of emotions so excitement, and then right back to, well, we're starting the next phase of treatment the next week, and we're right back in the thick of it. He's in remission. We're still not out of the woods.
We kept thinking too, like, what happens if we just stop? Can we just stop going to treatment? He's already in remission, and if they stop treatment, then it would be a high risk of relapse. Powered through to the next phase.
So really the point of the intensive phases of treatments were to wipe out his immune system, let it build up, wipe it out, let it build up. So there's a lot of ups and downs and valleys, and I believe he received 5 blood transfusions, maybe 3 platelet transfusions.
5 or 6 at least.
Yeah. Each time it just made such an impact in his mood, and you saw a kid that was very lethargic, and then after his transfusions, it was like
a huge burst of energy.
A huge burst of energy. It was like a new kid, and so it really is medicine. Like, we've seen it firsthand, and how it's impacted him.
I mean, we were never big blood donors before. I think I'd done it twice in my life before that, maybe.
I don't think I ever had.
And we are like religious. I actually go tomorrow to donate blood, but we just try to advocate for Mason and other kids like Mason that we've met. Yeah, we've got quite a few friends that have started donating because of our guy there.
I didn't understand or know that how much of a shortage there always is for blood, and how much of a need there really is. You know, I couldn't imagine not having that available to us when we needed it for Mason. And so knowing that, like, we can help others that potentially are in that situation. I think the biggest thing for us is that it really does take a village. You know, people say that a lot, but the amount of support that we've received from our friends, family, community, workplaces has just been outstanding. Yeah. That comes in all sizes, shapes, and forms, you know, blood donation being one of them. But just really blessed that we've had the community behind us to help us through this.
It's truly life-changing. He wouldn't be here if we didn't have blood. There's no way he would have survived it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Partners for life?
Yep.
Partners for life.
Good job, buddy. That was so good.